I know we all want this COVID thing to end, and it will. The restrictions in place now won't last forever. Smart people are figuring out how to get vaccines to everyone, but it will take a little longer. Until then, we need to recommit and finish strong. COVID won't stop spreading on its own. We have to stop spreading it. Meet with friends outside, social distance, and most of all, wear a mask. We're all in. Are you?
Some people see just another local Utah sports app. Oh, wait, what? A local Utah sports app? Introducing the new KSL Sports app, powered by KSLSports.com, Utah's only all-in local sports app, connecting you with all the action you love, the latest news, insider analysis, podcasts from the pros, and so much more. Free. Available right now, anywhere you are. Download the free KSL Sports app today from your favorite app store.
At UCCU, we do mortgages fast.
Seriously fast. Just use your phone or computer to fill out UCCU's super easy mortgage application.
You'll receive an instant pre-approval before you start shopping.
Your completed mortgage file will be underwritten by UCCU's very own in-house professionals.
Like us.
Seriously fast.
Buying or refinancing a home has never been this easy.
Seriously fast and super easy.
It's what I do.
It's what I do.
It's what we do.
We love the new apartment.
The natural light is amazing.
Hardwood floors.
There is a bit of a clogging problem.
At least Geico makes it easy to bundle our renters and car insurance.
Yeah, helping us save even more.
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions. With exclusive access.
Ready to go?
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app.
Right next to UVU, Wolverine Crossing is the premier award-winning student property in Orem. With renovations of nearly $5 million, Wolverine Crossing has the look and feel of luxury living, including contemporary upgrades and top-tier amenities. Wolverine Crossing supports a strong academic environment, whether you're on campus or remote. And the resident assistant program is nationally recognized, so safety and support is the top priority. Lease now and get half off your November rent. Wolverine Crossing, this is home.
Good evening, volleyball fans, and welcome inside the Lockhart Arena for the second matchup between Chicago State and Utah Valley. They played last night, and they're playing their second game of their doubleheader right now here on the WAC Digital Network. Hello, I'm Matthew Biamonte, riding solo tonight here as we enjoy another WAC volleyball matchup. Cougars 0-1 on the year. They lost their first match here last night against the Wolverines. It was a 3-0 sweep for Utah Valley. We'll get to more on that throughout the broadcast. Right now, let's get to the starting lineup. We'll start with the visiting Cougars of Chicago State. At middle blocker, number 2, Berenice Alameda. Also at middle blocker, number 3, Messalina Severino. At outside hitter, number 4, Yanlis Feliz. At outside hitter, number 5, Paola Fragale. At middle blocker, number 8, Maria Lopez. At defensive specialist, number 11, Grace Zambrano. And at libero, number 20, Andrea Calderon. They're led by head coach Tony Trifonov in his first season at the helm for Chicago State. Now we'll get to the starting lineups for the Wolverines of Utah Valley. As you see on the screen, wearing white. The Cougars will be wearing black for Utah Valley. At outside hitter, number 2, Tori Dorius. At libero, number 6, Saren Jardine. At outside hitter, number 9, Kazdan Tanavasa. At middle blocker, number 11, Sadie Hampson. at setter, number 13, Jasa Funk-Stratton, who had a career night, which we'll get to more on that a little later in the broadcast. Number 16 at outside hitter, Kristen Bell. And rounding out that starting unit, another outside hitter, number 17, Kendra Knock. As you see the Cougars in black and the Wolverines in white. It was all Utah Valley last night here on the WAC Digital Network. It was a 3-0 sweep, 25-23, 25-18, 25-18. Jasa Funk-Stratton, as I mentioned, a career night. She had 5 service aces, which is a career high for Jasa Funk-Stratton. And it was Kasna Tanavasa leading the Wolverines in kills with 11. Keep an eye on Yanlis Feliz. She had 12 kills to lead all players last night. Nice performance for Feliz, especially good in that first set in which the Cougars were oh so close to taking that set from Utah Valley. Series record here, it's 25-2 in favor of the Wolverines. Chicago State did split the series in 2019, winning at home in Chicago. We're underway here in Orem, Utah. Kristen Bell, was it deflected? Yes, it was, and the first point goes to Utah Valley University. Back to serve Jasa Funk-Stratton, who was just excellent from the service line, and that was such a storyline last night. It'll be really interesting to see what the Cougars do to adjust, as the Wolverines had 11 service aces in the sweep last night. We've got an error on Utah Valley, so it's a point for Chicago State. And the serve was not so kind to Chicago State as well, as they had 8 service errors and 2 service aces. So quite frankly, if you're just tuning in tonight and missed last night's match, the game was won and lost at the service line for both teams. There's the first serve for Feliz. Jasa down the middle. And Kendra Knock. Point to Knock. Substitution now for the Wolverines. Brighton Bishop, she had an outstanding night from the service line as well. She had 3 service aces, which alone would be really solid in a 3-set sweep. But, of course, she was outdone by Jasa Funk-Stratton. Nice dig there from Bishop. And now it's Tanavasa, her first hit of the match. It's taken care of by Chicago State. Deflection at the net. Tanavasa pops it up. Jasa setting it for Tori Dorius. A nice diving dig by Calderon. Bishop now passing to Jasa. Back set to Dorius. Another try. And this time it's Tori Dorius with her first kill of the match. Dorius last night, 8 kills, hitting .467, 3 digs, and 2 blocks for the Wolverines. There's the serve from Bishop. Calderon. A block at the net by the Wolverines. Kendra Knock, Kasna Tanavasa in on the action. And now it's 4-1. In set number 1 last night, Wolverines got off to a 5-0 start. Cougars responded nicely. And if it wasn't for a service error on set point, who knows what could have happened in set number 1. Another Wolverine block. This time courtesy of Kendra Knock and Tori Dorius. And it's 5-1 here with Bishop on the service line. She has just an incredible serve here. Takes a good nosedive as it clears the net, making it difficult for Chicago State. Feliz on the third hit. Jasa setting up for Knock. Pushes it over the top. Calderon to Nyla Jones. And it will be a side out for Chicago State and a substitution now, as we'll see Berenice Alameda, a freshman middle blocker from Buenos Aires, Argentina. Chicago State welcomes 8 new players to this roster, many of them coming from South America. They have players from Argentina, Dominican Republic, Brazil, Peru, and Turkey, and then a few from the state of Illinois as well. There's Tanavasa, a hard swing. No deflection, and it just misfired on that back row. So it'll be a point to Chicago State. Serving again is Calderon. Tanavasa to Jasa. Back set to Dorius. Feliz is there. Play at the net. Wolverines get a hand on it. Great pancake from Jasa Funk-Stratton. Kendra will get it over on the third hit. Maria Lopez deflected at the net. Jason now back to Kasna Tanavasa, and Kasna gets through the block. Side out Wolverines, and Sadie Hampson will come back in with Saren Jardine at the service line. What an excellent defensive player throughout her career. Third all-time here at Utah Valley in digs. They'll try Alameda on the right side. And the point goes to Chicago State, courtesy of Berenice Alameda. And back to serve now will be Maria Lopez, sophomore middle blocker from Lima, Peru. Last night in their first match of the season, Lopez had 4 kills, hitting .091. Jasa to Hampson down the middle. Calderon's there with the dig. Feliz down the middle. Bounces off the official's shin. That's clearly out of play, and it'll be a point to Utah Valley. Substitution for the Wolverines will be number 4, Abby Miller. Last night, Miller, 3 digs, 4 assists, and a kill. First serve of the match for Miller. Chicago State on the attack, and Lopez cannot get it over the net, resulting in a Wolverine point, and Abby Miller will serve again. Zambrano setting it up for Feliz. Bishop, Jasa, now Hampson on the slide, but it is blocked by Nyla Jones, the junior from South Holland, Illinois. And now we'll see the first substitution for Chicago State. In comes number 5, Paolo Fragale. Fragale's serve to Bishop. Jasa, they'll try Hampson again on the slide. This time she gets blocked, and it's a side out Wolverines. We'll see Kristen Bell and Abby Vincent seeing action in just her 4th set of the season. Fresh to the roster after serving a mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Dallas, Texas. There's the serve from Vincent. And a quick side out by Chicago State. We'll see Messalina Severino, number 3, come back in for the Cougars, and Berenice Alameda on the service line. Not deflected. Point will go to Chicago State. It's 9-7 here, very early. Another serve coming from Alameda. Jardine, Jasa, slide again to Sadie Hampson. It is deflected at the net. It's another kill for Hampson. Her second kill of the first set, and she'll go back to serve. As we see Kendra Knock back in for Coach Atoa's squad. Coach Atoa coaching in his 22nd season. Very early here in set number 1. Has a similar feel to what we saw last night in the first meeting between these teams. Let's take a look now at the current WAC standings. New Mexico State winning. They're 7-0 as they continue a perfect season here in this 2020 season, move to the spring of 2021. Grand Canyon won last night. Utah Valley won as well. They're both tied for second, 5-2. Dixie State right behind them, and we'll touch on them a little later in the broadcast. California Baptist 3-4. Tarleton 3-5. That's who the Wolverines played last weekend, and they split that series 1-1. Seattle 1-4. UTRGV 0-5, and then Chicago State had been postponing all of their matches up until this point. And this match should have taken place at noon today, but because of weather-related travel, they got into Utah late, so the matches were pushed back yesterday and today. Normally you see on a Monday, Tuesday, a game around 6, 7, and then the next day in the afternoon so the team can play their matches and then go back to their home state. That wasn't the case here. And an interesting storyline throughout this game will be how is the fatigue and the energy for the Wolverines as they're playing their 4th match in 5 days. That's not something that was scheduled to happen, but with the pandemic ongoing, flexibility is the key. The Wolverines were able to play Tarleton a couple days after it was originally scheduled, and now they're playing their 4th match in 5 days. They're 2-1, hoping to go 3-1 during that stretch. Sadie Hampson will serve again. Wolverines get the point after the timeout. It's a kill by Kristen Bell. Her 2nd kill of the set. Hampson passing to Jasa. She tracks it down. Back to Kristen Bell. Calderon is there for the dig. Zambrano passing, and now it's deflected at the net. Jasa, Kendra Knock pushing it into the back corner. Little miscommunication by Chicago State, and Maria Lopez shoots off her hand and out of play. Another point for the Wolverines. They're up 5 now and here in set number 1. With Hampson serving again. Zambrano over to Feliz, but Jasa Funk Stratton and Kendra Knock there for the block. And now it's a 6-point lead. Sadie Hampson opening things up. It's a 3-0 run by the Wolverines, and they did such a great job last night going on 5-0, 6-0 runs to put a lot of pressure on Chicago State. They might be in one of those runs right now. Chicago State needing a side out, but another great defensive play at the net. Kendra Knock, Kristen Bell, the Wolverine block has been outstanding here in set number 1. It's a 4-0 run now. 4 team blocks for the Wolverines, and that is a noticeable improvement from last night as it was even at the net for both of these teams. 8 blocks for the Cougars, 10 for the Wolverines, but right now a decisive edge for Utah Valley here in set number 1. Side out Chicago State here to snap a 5-0 scoring run. Grace Zambrano back to serve. Zambrano with 4 assists here in set number 1. Kendra Knock. Overpass by Chicago State. Jasa tries to make something of it. A diving play by Calderon. We have a defensive error on Chicago State, giving the possession back to Utah Valley. Tori Dorius comes in for Abby Miller. And Jasa Funk Stratton back to serve. She was red hot. A career night, 5 service aces last night. We'll have to see how she follows that up here tonight. Maria Lopez with the side out for Chicago State. Right into the outstretched arms of Tori Dorius. It deflects out of play. And now we'll see Yanlis Feliz at the service line from the Dominican Republic. Feliz led the Cougars in kills with 12 last night in their first of 2 meetings. Dorius gets through the Cougar block. Calderon tried to dive in there and make a play, but it falls to the floor. And now we'll see Kasna Tanavasa and Brighton Bishop, who will serve again. Neither team with a service ace or a service error here in set number 1. And that's welcome news to first-year coach Tony Trivanov, as the service errors really hurt the Cougars last night. Doing a good job so far in set number 1. Wolverines wisely stay away from that one, and it was too far and hard for Nyla Jones, so it's a point to the Wolverines, who have their largest lead of set number 1. They lead by 8. We'll see if they can finish it off after this.
Join the Wolverine Club. A simple message with a major impact.
Ghana's first Winter Games skeleton.
Support student athletes like former Utah Valley University track star, graduate, and current Olympian Akwasi Frimpong.
Yes, South Korea, here I come.
Akwasi was the first person to represent his nation of Ghana at the Winter Olympics in the skeleton. Support the next UVU Olympian by joining the Wolverine Club today.
Mean Gene, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna leave it all on the mat, because that's what I do when I get it done so I can do it. Yeah!
I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level.
Give your head a Mountain Dew kickstart.
Welcome back to the Lockhart Arena. There you see Brighton Bishop getting ready to serve as the Wolverines lead by 8 here on the WAC Digital Network. Another great defensive play at the net for the Wolverines. I think the block has been the story in set number 1. 5 team blocks now for Utah Valley. Only 1 for Chicago State. They've already gotten to the halfway point of their blocks from last night. So a much improved effort at the net. Nearly another block by the Wolverines. They'll try the other side this time with Nyla Jones. They say it was deflected at the net, so it'll be a point for Chicago State. Back in, Berenice Almeida. And serving, Andrea Calderon, a freshman libero from Lima, Peru. Calderon had 10 digs last night and 1 assist. Huge swing from Tanavasa. It blasts off 2 Cougars out of play, and it's a quick side out for the Wolverines. And that's what makes Kasna so difficult to defend, as she just has a unique skill set offensively there, and she got the point. And another kill for Kasna, her second kill of the first set. Easy finish for Sadie Hampson. Hampson with 3 kills now to lead all players in set number. Wait a minute. The point goes to Chicago State. Couldn't quite make out what was discussed there from the official and the players, but the point does go to Chicago State, and they'll serve now with Maria Lopez. Bishop to Jasa. Sadie down the middle. She wants that point back, and she gets it. Easy finish for Sadie Hampson, and that is her 3rd kill now. We thought she had it a moment ago. That was taken away. And now Sadie Hampson gets on the board, leading all players with 3 kills. Back to serve, Abby Miller. The first service error of the match for either team. As Miller, a freshman from Pleasant Grove High School. She was the state's Gatorade Player of the Year in the state of Utah last year. It's a really great, outstanding young talent for Coach Atoa's team that will obviously play a big role throughout her career. There's Tanavasa. Beautiful ball placement from Tanavasa, who is 4th all-time here at Utah Valley in career kills. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? She's not a senior. She's only a junior out of Pleasant Grove High School. So she's got a chance to continue to rise the record books. Maybe when it's all said and done, Tanavasa will lead the career kills here at Utah Valley. She's in elite company. Calderon's pass a little high. It ended up hitting one of the support beams here in the Lockhart Arena and bounced on the Wolverine side. If that had bounced on Chicago State side, it's free game, but because it landed on the Wolverine side of things, it's blown dead, and it's a point to Utah Valley. They have a match-high lead of 10 right now in set number 1. Feliz is denied at the net by Sadie Hampson, and into the game for the first time, Calais Bangana. And serving, it's number 8. We saw her earlier in set number 1. That's Abby Vincent, a sophomore out of American Fork High School here in Utah. Calderon, Zambrano, and then down the middle to Alameda for a kill and a side out for Chicago State. Alameda will serve. That was her first kill of the set. Wolverines doing a nice job defensively as the Cougars are hitting a negative percentage here in set number 1 at negative 65. Kristen Bell down the line. Good effort there from Yanlis Feliz, but she can't keep it in play. And now it's set point, and this Wolverine team I think we can dispel the fatigue thing. 4th match in 5 games, but they look sharp here in their second meeting against Chicago State. If they're able to finish it off here, they will have easily surpassed the margin of victory from any of the sets last night. Feliz. Ooh, a nice swing and finish there from Yanlis Feliz. A lot of heat on that. 3rd kill for Feliz and keeps the Cougars alive as they trail by 10. Grace Zambrano serving for Chicago State to keep the set alive. Vincent to Miller, back to Vongana, and Vongana finishes it off with a kill as the Cougars can't keep that block in play. Utah Valley takes set number 1, 25-14. An outstanding performance here in set number 1. We'll take our first break here in between sets on the WAC Digital Network. We'll be back with set number 2 after this break.
At UCCU, we do mortgages fast.
Seriously fast. Just use your phone or computer to fill out UCCU's super easy mortgage application.
You'll receive an instant pre-approval before you start shopping.
Your completed mortgage file will be underwritten by UCCU's very own in-house professionals.
Like us.
Seriously fast.
Buying or refinancing a home has never been this easy.
Seriously fast and super easy.
It's what I do.
It's what I do.
It's what we do.
Introducing the new KSL Sports app, powered by KSLSports.com, Utah's only all-in local sports app, connecting you with all the action you love. Free. Download the free KSL Sports app today from your favorite app store.
Welcome back into the Lockhart Arena where the Wolverines take set number 1, 25-14, and let's take a look at some of the stats from set number 1. And there's one stat in particular that really jumps out. As you can see, that's the hitting percentage. Offensively, the Wolverines just an outstanding first set, hitting .357. And defensively, holding Chicago State to -30. 14 kills, Utah Valley, 9 to Chicago State. And one stat that you don't see on here that I think did have an impact in set number 1, team blocks. Wolverines, 6 team blocks. Chicago State only 1. Wolverines only had 10 blocks in 3 sets last night, already up to 6. So outstanding job for Utah Valley. Really, I think one of the most complete sets of the season, at least at home, for the Wolverines, where from start to finish, they got out to a 5-1 lead, and they maintained that lead throughout. Because last night they had some spurts where they were really good, and there were other spurts where Chicago State was able to make things interesting, especially set number 1. It was 25-23 last night, and that game started 5-0 for Utah Valley. Chicago State got back in it, not here in set number 1. Now, as we turn the page to set number 2, it'll be really interesting to see what adjustments the Cougars make under first-year man Tony Trivanov, and also for the Wolverines. Can they continue this incredibly complete performance here in set number 2, or will the fatigue of 4 matches in 5 nights begin to show itself? There was no evidence of fatigue in set number 1, but as you all know, watching on the WAC Digital Network, one set does not earn you a match victory, so there's plenty more to go here in Orem, Utah, as we get ready. Wolverines in white, Cougars in black. We see Kristen Bell, Tori Dorius, Kendra Knock, Kazner Tanavasa, Sadie Hampson, Saren Jardine, Jason Funk Stratton, the same starting group that we saw to start set number 1. And Jason Funk Stratton will get things going. 5 service aces last night. No service aces yet here in the second match between these two teams. It's Feliz on the right side, getting things started for Chicago State, and a side out, and we'll see number 10, Nyla Jones, a junior from South Holland, Illinois. She'll come in for the Cougars. Feliz will serve. Feliz right now leading the Cougars in total kills with 4, hitting 91%. Kasna down the middle. She gets through the block, and it's a side out for Tanavasa in a position we don't often see her coming from, but she's effective at any position on the floor. Brighton Bishop in to serve for the Wolverines. Calderon, Zambrano. Jasa cleans it up. Jardine over to Tanavasa. Just a bit too far for Tanavasa, who has 4 kills right now. Significantly improving on her efficiency from last night. She did have 11 kills to lead the Wolverines, but hit 32%. Right now she's hitting .250. Another point for the Cougars. Calderon will serve again after the service ace a moment ago, their first service ace of the match. Jasa back to Tori Dorius. Calderon, a nice dig. They'll pass it over to Jones. Jones misfires. They want the deflection. They're not going to get the touch. And it'll be a side out to the Wolverines as we see Sadie Hampson come back in with Jardine serving. Jardine, 1 dig so far tonight. Calderon passing back to Jones. Overpass from Bishop. Chicago State will set up shop again. This time it's the right side. Maria Lopez with the kill for the Cougars. 3rd kill of the night for Lopez. Tanavasa to Jasa. Dorius will just flip it over. Oh, what a diving play by Calderon. Wolverines will try Tanavasa. A thing of beauty. When Tanavasa comes flying in, she launches a rocket that can't be defended. And it's another kill for Tanavasa. 5 kills now, hitting .333. Abby Miller, freshman for Pleasant Grove High School, on the service line now. It is a service ace for Abby Miller, one of many Viking alums here on the Wolverine roster. Tanavasa from Pleasant Grove High School. Abby Miller out of Pleasant Grove High School. Brighton Bishop, another young, outstanding player for the Wolverines out of Pleasant Grove High School. About 10 minutes up the road here from Utah Valley University. Hampson to Jasa. They'll go back to Tanavasa. Lopez, Zambrano, and the Wolf. Oh, great effort there from Alameda to keep it alive. Great dig from the laser beam, courtesy of Calderon. Jasa on the slide to Hampson. Off the shoulder of Feliz. What a diving effort from Lopez of Chicago State. Ultimately, the point will go to the Wolverines. Kill to Kasna Tanavasa. 6 kills now for Kaz. And Miller will serve again as the Wolverines take their first lead in the early moments of set number 2. Setter's dump is denied. Tanavasa was ready for it. And another Wolverine block. They're up to 7. And it's a 3-0 run by the Wolverines. Miller, a service error. That's the second service error for the Wolverines here in the match. Giving possession back to Chicago State. Fragale is back to serve for the Cougars. She has one dig so far. Bishop. Oh, the setter's dump. Jasa saw a gaping hole in the middle of that Chicago State defense and took advantage. Great play there from Jasa Funk Stratton. Jasa's been here several years, transfer from Utah State University. Got her hands full at home. Got a new German short-haired pointer puppy. That's got to be a handful for a college athlete. Feliz. Oh, great effort there from Fragale, but Chicago State can't get it over. It's another point for the Wolverines. Abby Vincent serving. She had a service ace back in set number 1. Little low on that serve, resulting in an error. That'll give it back to Chicago State Wolverines. Not quite as sharp on the serve as we saw last night. They have 3 service errors now. That's what they had throughout last night's match. That might be something to keep an eye on. It's just such a decisive advantage for the Wolverines at the service line last night. Chicago State's clearly made some adjustments. Another point for Chicago State on the attack error from Utah Valley. Cougars cutting the lead to 1. With Alameda serving again. 1 kill for Alameda so far on 2 tries. Hampton on the slide. Wolverines will get the point there on a Chicago State error. Sadie Hampson will serve for the Wolverines. Zambrano down the middle. Knock pops it up. Now it's Kristen Bell in the 3rd hit. Zambrano, they'll pass it over to Feliz this time. Popped up in the air. Kristen Bell keeps it alive. Chicago State wanted a double hit. Not going to get it, and it will result in a point for the Wolverines. Troy Trivanov, the coach for Chicago State, unhappy there. We do have a discussion happening with the officials. Maybe it gets overturned. And yes, they're going to say a double hit on Utah Valley. Coach Atoa comes out to get an explanation as the point will be changed to Chicago State. Hard to really tell what was the right call in that situation. Did it bounce off someone's head and then it got hit up? Such a bang-bang play without seeing the slow-motion replay. Hard to really decipher what was the right call there, but the point does go to Chicago State. And then a service error by Zambrano gives it right back to the Wolverines. That being the 2nd service error for Chicago State. And that was a problem last night. They had 8 service errors. Been much sharper here so far. Zambrano back to Feliz. Kendra Knock. Tori Dorius, the block. That's the 9th Wolverine block. They're 1 away from tying their number from last night. And now Jasa is serving. This is the best serving team in the conference in total service aces as I jinx Jasa. Oh, Jasa Funk Stratton gives it back to Chicago State, and that is the 4th service error. They have already eclipsed the number from last night. It's not easy to duplicate those numbers. 11 service aces, 3 service errors a night ago, and 4 service errors so far through this match. Kendra Knock took a swing, trying to catch Chicago State off guard, but it goes out of play. Point back to Chicago State as they keep it interesting here in set number 2. They've tied it up 11 all after a service ace from Yanlis Feliz. That's 2 service aces now for the Cougars. That ties how many aces they had in their first meeting last night. Jason tracks it down, setting it up for Dorius. Calderon's there. Feliz over to Jones. Oh, what a location from Nyla Jones. Dialing up that back corner. Jardine was in hot pursuit but couldn't track it down. And now it is a 4-0 scoring run for Chicago State as they regain the lead. Wolverines looking for a side out. They've been so sharp so far at 73%. Needing one here. Chicago State pops it up at Severino. Now they'll go to Jones. Is it too far? Play at the net. Off the shoulder of Kristen Bell. Vincent will hit it over. Calderon to Zambrano on the slide to Lopez. Oh, Lopez dials it in. And now it is a 5-0 scoring run. Feliz serving again. Kristen Bell. They'll go to Kendra Knock down the middle. Defensive error on Chicago State gives the point to Utah Valley. And the kill will be credited to Kendra Knock. Block error on Messalina Severino. Brighton Bishop serving for the Wolverines. Another service error for Utah Valley. Service errors are giving life to the Cougars. That is the 5th service error for the Wolverines. Oh, incredible awareness there from Jardine. She was awaiting that reception and then felt like it was going to go too far. It certainly did, resulting in a service error for Chicago State, their 3rd service error. Zambrano back to Lopez. Jardine passing to Jason, now over to Tanavasa, over the block. Jones comes in, and now Feliz. Great dig from Jardine. Hampson with the kill as the Wolverines tie it back up. 14 apiece. We'll see who takes momentum into the first break of the second set after this point. Jardine serving. Zambrano back to Lopez. And they do award the point to the Wolverines. And we'll have our media timeout here in Orem, Utah. It's a close one here in the second set. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Right next to UVU, Wolverine Crossing is a premier award-winning student property in Orem. With nearly $5 million in renovations, Wolverine Crossing has the look and feel of luxury living, including contemporary upgrades and top-tier amenities. Wolverine Crossing supports a strong academic environment, whether you're on campus or online, and the resident assistant program is nationally recognized, keeping you safe and secure. Lease right now and get $200 off your first month's rent. Wolverine Crossing, this is home.
It's not always easy being the exception.
Back and forth set here, the second set between these teams tonight in their second meeting in consecutive days. Jardine keeps it alive. Jaso all the way over to Tanavasa. Deflected. Calderon. Great diving effort to keep it in play, but it does not land in the arms of another Cougar, and it's another point for the Wolverines, who are on a 4-0 run. Zambrano back to Lopez. Off of the back of Lopez. That may have fallen out of play. Instead, the point goes to Utah Valley. Unfortunate break for Chicago State. They've done so many things so well, but the lead is growing for the Wolverines. Setter's dump, but Bishop is ready for it. Dorius. Feliz over to Zambrano. Now it's Lopez. Jardine pops it up. Jason. Oh, Bishop tracks it down, and Kasdan will get it over on the third hit. Zambrano over to Jones. And Jason Funk Stratton can't keep it in play off her hands. Critical side out for the Cougars. Serving will be Maria Lopez. A little confusion on a possible substitution for Chicago State. Canavasa to Jasa, back to Kasdan, up high, overpass. Torius tries to kill it, but Calderon keeps it alive. Jasa over to Jardine, now it's Tanavasa. Hard swing, kept alive by Feliz. Long rally here. Jardine back to Tanavasa. A third time is the good time for Tanavasa. 8 kills for Kaz. Abby Miller comes back in for Tori Dorius. We've got a whistle from the official. Now we'll see the substitution. Maybe a little premature, but Miller's in now to serve. Miller with 2 assists, 2 digs, and a service ace, looking for another. Wolverines only 2 service aces throughout this match. Feliz, hard swing, misfiring. Gotta believe Chicago State in only their second match of the year. Last time they saw action was at the end of 2019. They come all the way out from Chicago, playing at elevation. I'm sure there's a little bit of adjustment there for the Cougars. Feliz passing to Zambrano. Wolverines deflected at the net. Jasa over to Tanavasa. Over the block, and it's Kasdan Tanavasa. Smart play by an experienced outside hitter, recognizing the aggressive block. Wolverines have opened it up by 5. We'll finish it up after this.
At Intermountain Healthcare, we understand that broken arms haven't stopped. Babies continue to be born, emergencies continue to happen, and doctor visits are still needed. At Intermountain Healthcare, we've put the measures in place to safely care for you in these difficult times. So please don't put off the care you need, especially for stroke-like symptoms, chest pain, difficulty breathing, or other urgent care. We're here for you. Visit intermountainhealthcare.org/here-for-you to learn how to get the care you need.
The latest from KSL 5 News, including breaking news as it happens, and all your favorite KSL shows, ready to watch anytime. Download the free KSL app right now on all your favorite devices.
Jardine dives to the floor in an attempt to keep the ball in play for Utah Valley, unable to do so. Back to Chicago State, still alive with Fregale back to serve. That kill will go to Nyla Jones, who leads the Cougars in kills with 5. A service error for Fregale, an untimely service error that gives it back to the Wolverines, who are now 4 points away from taking a 2 lead here in the second meeting between these teams. Wolverines won't be making the trip back to Chicago State this year. They will maybe in the fall in what could be their final trip to Chicago State for quite some time, as the Cougars will be leaving the Western Athletic Conference at the end of the 2021 calendar athletic year. So June of 2022, it will no longer be a member of the WAC, and the WAC is expanding. We'll touch on that a little bit more later. We want to wrap up set number 2 at this moment. Kristen Bell on the third hit. Feliz, Zambrano, Severino. Oh, great diving play there from Vincent. Severino again is blocked. It's Sadie Hampson, Kristen Bell. That is the 11th Wolverine block of the match. They've surpassed last night's block total. So we've seen a little dip on the service line, but we've seen significantly better play at the net from the Wolverines tonight. Hampson will serve. Another point to the Wolverines. Sadie Hampson will serve again. She has 5 kills. It's 23-17, a timeout now by head coach Tony Tribanov of Chicago State will stay here with it as the Wolverines are 2 points away. Wolverines have done an outstanding job offensively here throughout this match. They're hitting .310, and defensively, you really got to tip your cap to Coach Toa's team. Cougars are still hitting a negative percentage. They had a negative hitting percentage in set number 1. And they still have a negative hitting percentage at negative 43% right now on the match, and they're negative 54% for this current set. So decisive advantage offensively for the Wolverines. There's the new Western Athletic Conference. I just touched on it a moment ago. You see some new teams there on the bottom. Southern Utah will join in 2022. Stephen F. Austin, Sam Houston State, to name a few. And I think one of the exciting parts about this announcement is going to be that football will be returning to the WAC. All those details, they're still trying to shake that out, but that will be returning. Football is back in this conference that hasn't had it for quite some time. Sadie Hampson serving. Calderon to Zambrano. Now it's Feliz. Wolverine block. They were in the right position, but it goes out of play, and it's a side out for Chicago State. Grace Zambrano will serve. 14 assists, 3 digs for Zambrano. Kristen Bell, Miller down the middle. Kendra Knock. The kill for Kendra Knock. That's her 4th kill of the match, and it is set point for the Wolverines. Tori Dorius, Jasa Funk Stratton will come in, looking to wrap up set number 2 for Utah Valley. Jasa seeking her first service ace of the match. Oh, Kendra Knock with the kill. Another great defensive play by the Wolverines as they wrap up set number 2, 25-18. And offensively, the Wolverines still hitting .322, holding Chicago State to a negative hitting percentage of negative 42%. It's all Wolverines right now here in Orem, Utah. We'll take a break. We'll be back with set number 3 after this as the Wolverines are.
Right next to UVU, Wolverine Crossing is a premier award-winning student property in Orem. With nearly $5 million in renovations, Wolverine Crossing has the look and feel of luxury living, including contemporary upgrades and top-tier amenities. Wolverine Crossing supports a strong academic environment, whether you're on campus or online, and the resident assistant program is nationally recognized, keeping you safe and secure. Lease right now and get $200 off your first month's rent. Wolverine Crossing, this is home.
At Intermountain Healthcare, we understand that broken arms haven't stopped. Babies continue to be born, emergencies continue to happen, and doctor visits are still needed. At Intermountain Healthcare, we've put the measures in place to safely care for you in these difficult times. So please, don't put off the care you need, especially for stroke-like symptoms, chest pain, difficulty breathing, or other urgent care. We're here for you. Visit intermountainhealthcare.org/here4you to learn how to get the care you need.
If we can see things for what they are, if we can see what they could be, if the plastic we use, we never throw away, if the end of one thing could be the beginning of the next. If we know that less can create more. If we can return, we reciprocate, we regenerate. If we are here for others, if we can work as a team, all we have to do is connect, and the world opens up. The future is about giving back.
How does Costa Vida create the ultimate sweet pork burrito? We start by following our award-winning recipe, one that calls for everything to be made fresh, from scratch every day. Like our beautifully braised pork, seasoned beans, savory sauces, and delicious cilantro lime rice. Even our tortillas are cooked to order. It's a difference you can taste. Treat yourself to the ultimate sweet pork burrito, only at Costa Vida.
Welcome back inside the Rebecca D. Lockhart Arena on the campus of Utah Valley University. Matt Baiamonte riding solo here on the WAC Digital Network as we enjoy another conference matchup between Chicago State and Utah Valley. Chicago State in a bit of a hole right now, trailing 2-0, as you see there on the screen, losing 25-14, 25-18. Offensively, just been a struggle for Chicago State, as you can see. Negative hitting percentage, negative 42%. Wolverines well above their season average at 322. Kills, a decisive edge for Utah Valley. They're +8 in that category. And then I think really the story of the match so far in those bottom two categories, 76% side-out percentage for the Wolverines, 27% advantage for the Wolverines. And then the blocks, 12-1, huge disparity at the net. Chicago State was very good defensively last night at the nets. They had 8 blocks as a team. They were only -2 in that category. Right now, -11. So Wolverines defensively doing an outstanding job. Now let's shift gears to the upcoming Wolverines schedule. They'll finish their match, obviously, tonight against Chicago State, and then they'll travel down to St. George as they'll play Dixie State in a 2-game series. Then they come back hosting undefeated New Mexico State. That is going to be a game that I can't wait. Both of those matches I can't wait for, and we'll have them for you in the WAC Digital Network here for more on Utah. Then it's on the road back to Texas as they play UTRGV, and then back home against Grand Canyon, which who knows how it'll shake out. That could determine the second, maybe the first, we'll see, seed for the upcoming conference tournament. So that's the upcoming schedule for the Wolverines, and it seems like we're ready to go here for set number 3. Dorius, Bell, Knock, Hampson, Tanavasa, Jason Funk Stratton, Saren Jardine for the Wolverines. And for Chicago State, we've got Alameda, Severino, Grace Zambrano, Paola Fregale, Maria Lopez, and Yanlis Feliz. A lot of work to be done for Chicago State to get back in this match. They've lost all 5 of their sets this season to the Wolverines. Looking to avoid a second consecutive sweep here on the road to start this season. And serving will be number 5, Paola Fregale, a sophomore from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Fregale with one dig throughout this match. She'll start things off for Chicago State. Tanavasa to Jason. Now it's Kristen Bell. Deflected off the shoulder of Lopez. Feliz gets it over on the third hit. Jardine dives in. Kendra knocked down the middle. Nearly an overpass, but Calderon gets it over on the third hit. A good hit, too. Jason to Kendra. Deflected at the net. Zambrano. Calderon. Play at the net. Jasa taps it back over. Jasa over to Kristen Bell. Deflected, and it's a point for the Wolverines to start set number 3. Jasa Funk Stratton will serve. Jasa to Jardine, and now it's Kristen Bell. Kristen finds a soft spot in the Cougar defense. Back-to-back points to start set number 3. Jasa will serve again. A season ago, Jasa was second on the team in service aces. Right now, she's also second on the team in service aces behind Brighton Bishop. Jasa can't keep it in play. Side out for Chicago State. Into action for the Cougars, number 3, Messalina Severino out of San Pedro, Dominican Republic. Berenice Alameda will serve from Argentina. Jardine to Jasa. Back set to Kristen Bell, this time on the right side. Brighton Bishop will come in for Kristen Bell after that kill. Kristen up to 6 kills, hitting 385. Wolverines as a team hitting 338. Calderon over to Feliz. Was it touched? No, it was not. Does not land in play, resulting in a Wolverine point. 4-1. Quick early timeout by Tony Trivanov of the Cougars. They want to talk things over, and we'll take a break here on the WAC Digital Network.
We can stand together by standing far apart.
Stay 6 feet apart from other people.
Wear your mask when you go out.
Wash your hands often.
If you feel sick, stay home.
Be respectful of others.
The choices you make are critical.
By protecting yourself, it helps protect all of us. Your actions can save lives.
What we do now will shape our future.
Stay safe.
Join the Wolverine Club, a simple message with a major impact.
Finds the back of the net for the Wolverines!
Support student athletes like former Utah Valley University women's soccer star, graduate, and Rhodes Scholar finalist Hannah Bruce. Not only is Hannah the first UVU student athlete to be a Rhodes Scholar finalist, she is currently studying to earn a master's degree in neuroscience at the renowned University of Oxford in England. Support the next Wolverine Rhodes Scholar finalist by joining the Wolverine Club today.
There's Brighton Bishop, who will be serving. She has 7 digs and 1 service ace. Leads the Wolverines in service aces on the year, with Jason Funk Stratton nipping at her heels after that 5 service ace performance last night. Double hit by the Wolverines will give a point to Chicago State. Serving will be Zambrano. Zambrano up to 15 assists at that setter position. Service error will give it back to the Wolverines, and Sadie Hampson will come into play for Kendra Knock. Saren Jardine getting the call from assistant coach Scott Lee. Where will she serve it? A service ace. Great execution. Dare we say a great call from Coach Lee, there to get Jardine the ace. 6-2 Wolverines. Nearly an overpass. Zambrano can't handle it. And it's another point for the Wolverines, and it's another service ace. Back-to-back aces for Jardine. Jardine with her 7th and 8th service aces of the year a moment ago. Hard swing from Feliz. Not great contact there from Feliz. It goes out of play, and the Wolverines have opened up an 8-2 lead. Another timeout from Tony Trivanov as he maybe senses this one is getting out of control for Chicago State. We'll stay here with it this time and take a look at upcoming broadcasts for the Wolverines here at Utah Valley. Up next on February 25th, it's women's soccer hosting New Mexico State at 6 p.m. We'll have that here on the WAC Digital Network. And then the following day we'll have a men's basketball game against UTRGV. And we want to take a moment to offer our condolences to UTRGV, who today had funeral services for their men's basketball coach, Lou Hill, who died after fighting COVID and other illness, and just a terrible story coming out of the state of Texas for that program. And again, from all of us here at Utah Valley University and the Western Athletic Conference, wishing our condolences to UTRGV. Got to be tough, and our prayers are with them. 8-2 here in the Lockhart Arena between the Wolverines and the Cougars in set number 3. Take a quick look at the box score where Chicago State still hitting a negative 49%. They just can't dig out of that hole. And the Wolverines hitting .338. Couple that with the block, which is 12-1 in favor of the Wolverines. And you can see why Utah Valley's on the cusp of a 3-0 sweep. Speaking of the block, 13th block for the Wolverines. Tori Dorius, an outstanding defensive player at 6'4", the sophomore from Heber City, Utah. Fun little fact about Tori Dorius here, she was the Max Preps Player of the Year for basketball her senior season at Heber. Chose to play volleyball, and she's an outstanding volleyball player for Coach Atoa's squad. A little too far there for Dorius. They'll give it back to Chicago State. Yanlis Feliz. Bishop, Jasa setting it for Dorius. Nice play there from Zambrano, and now Calderon will hit it over on the third hit. Tanavasa up high. It was touched by Jaslyn Westmoreland, who's into action for the Cougars. And it's back to Utah Valley, who continue to side out at just an outstanding percentage, all the way up to 78% now. Doing a great job getting possession back after a Chicago State kill. Abby Miller serving just about a foot, maybe 2 feet too long. 7th service error for the Wolverines, and it's hard to nitpick when you're up 10-4 on the brink of a second consecutive sweep, but the service error has crept up today. It's not something we saw last night from the Wolverines. They'll have to be sharper on the road at Dixie State in their next series down in St. George. Calderon serving again. The service ace from Andrea Calderon. That is Calderon's first service ace of the season. Nearly a second. Bishop comes diving in. Another error for the Wolverines. That was a bad set from Abby Miller. resulting in a service ace for Calderon, her second of the year, on back-to-back serves. Wolverines will get it back after a nice defensive play. That was 4 hits by Chicago State. Kali Vongana in on the defensive play. Kazna Tanavasa will serve as the Wolverines lead by 4. She is the only player in double-digit kills with 10. Jardine, one-handed diving dig. Kristen Bell misfires. No touch there, so it'll be a side out for Chicago State. Back to serve, Jaslyn Westmoreland in her first match of the year last night. She had 1 kill and 2 digs. Jardine to Miller, all the way over to Kristen Bell. Nearly a point, and then the Wolverines take care of business. They went after Calderon, and it was a side out. Maria Lopez will come back in for Chicago State. Hampson will serve. Tonight, Hampson has 5 kills along with 5 blocks. Feliz. Zambrano. Nyla Jones gets the kill for Chicago State and a quick side out. It's 12-9. Wolverines have led by as many as 6 here in set number 3. Serving now number 5, Paola Fregale. Tanavasa to Miller. It'll go to Kristen Bell. Good swing and a nice finish from Kristen Bell off a good set from Abby Miller. Jasa Funk Stratton will serve. Wolverines only with 3 service tonight. 1 from Miller, Jardine, and Abby Vincent. Jasa to Jardine, all the way over to Kristen Bell. Calderon slightly mishandles the dig, but the Cougars can take care of it. Dorius saw an opening, but Chicago State recovered. Jardine now to Jasa on the slide to Dorius. Blocked by the Cougars. Only their second block of the match. Comes at a good time and a side out for Chicago State. Serving number 2, Berenice Alameda. Kasna passing to Jasa. Kendra Knock down the middle. Just misses. Chicago State trimming that lead to 2. Alameda will serve again. She has 1 kill and 1 block for Chicago State. Tanavasa, Jasa to Kendra Knock, and that is blocked. Give the credit to Messalina Severino, and the lead, which was once 6, has been whittled down to 1 here in set number 3. Chicago State staying alive on the road. Alameda looking to equalize. Jardine, Jasa back to Kristen Bell over the block. Overpass. Opportunity now for Kendra Knock, but it's another block. Severino and Feliz, and the 6-point lead has been erased as we're notched up at 13. Wolverines side-out percentage taking a dip on this 4-0 scoring run from Chicago State. It's down to 69%, was nearly 80% a moment ago. Knock, Jasa over to Dorius. Another Chicago State block. It's coming alive. They have 4 blocks now, 3 of them coming in this third set, and they have taken the lead. A 5-0 run by Chicago State, their largest run of the night. Wolverines needing a side out. Jasa setting it up for Tori Dorius. And there's the side out the Wolverines needed. Frugale tried to get under it for the dig. Couldn't keep it in play, and we're tied up at 14. Brighton Bishop comes back in. The Wolverines' leader in service aces coming in at just the right time to maybe swing momentum back in favor for the Wolverines. Zambrano down the middle. Good diving effort by the Wolverines, but the point does go to Chicago State. Serving will be Grace Zambrano. Last kill was courtesy of Messalina Severino. Dorius trickles over the net. Zambrano over to Feliz. A nice swing and finish from Yanlis Feliz. They've taken a 2-point lead. We're going to have a timeout here. Chicago State up 2, trying to stay alive.
I love this view.
I love it every time this commercial airs. I get to drink another Mountain Dew.
UCCU is both a credit union and a full-service mortgage company.
Which means that UCCU always provides the lowest rates and lower insurance premiums than other lenders.
When your mortgage rate and insurance premium are lower, your monthly payment is also lower.
It's just science.
That's more money you can put into your home.
Or back into your pocket.
So if you're thinking about buying or refinancing a home, talk to us.
The credit union that's been putting people over profits for over 60 years.
It's what I do.
It's what I do.
It's what we do.
Let me tell you something, Mean Gene. I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna leave it all on the mat. Cause that's what I do when I get it done so I can do it. Yeah!
I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level.
Give your head a Mountain Dew kickstart.
Zambrano serving with the Cougars leading by 2. Trying to extend the match. Tanavasa over the block. Zambrano's there. Calderon over to Feliz. And it's blocked. Tori Dorius and the Wolverines' 15th block of the match. Sadie Hampson will come in for Kendra Knock. Wolverines wanting to equalize here at 16. Neither team hitting particularly well here in set number 3. Negative 50% for Chicago State. Wolverines at 0. Almost another block by the Wolverines. Would have been their 16th. Instead, they go to Feliz. Oh, Feliz and the Cougars thought they had a deflection, but no. The point goes to Utah Valley, and we're now tied at 16. Jardine serving. Zambrano to Lopez, deflection. Bishop, Jasa down the middle, a little push from Sadie Hampson. Lopez pushed up with the left hand. A diving attempt by Brighton Bishop. The effort was there, but she couldn't keep it in play. And it's a side out for Chicago State. We'll see Nyla Jones back in for the Cougars. Serving will be Yanlis Feliz. She has 7 kills, 11 digs. She leads the Cougars in both categories. Tanavasa, back to Kaz. So routine for the Wolverine offense featuring Kazna Tanavasa, and she gets her 12th kill. In to serve Abby Miller. Miller has one of the Wolverines' 3 service aces in the match. Zambrano back to Lopez. The Wolverine block goes out of play. It's a side out for the Cougars. They go back up on top by 1. Andrea Calderon will serve. She has 3 service aces, nearly a fourth. Nyla Jones doesn't quite clear the net. It's back to the Wolverines. Kristen Bell will trot in for Brighton Bishop. Kaz Tenavasa will serve. Kazna, an outstanding volleyball player as well as an outstanding dancer. Still dances, but volleyball seems to be her calling card right now, and rightfully so. Jardine unable to keep it in play, and we continue to see the side-out percentage slip for the Wolverines into the 60%. They were as high as 78% earlier here in set number 3. Chicago State, it's climbing up. They were below 50% throughout the match. They're up to 52% now. Chasa over to Kristen Bell. Feliz with the dig. Zambrano over to Jones. Kazna over to Kristen Bell. Alameda pops it up. Jones will just hit it over. So close to falling in for Nyla Jones, but it does go to Utah Valley. Sadie Hampson will serve. We're tied at 19. Neither team creating much separation in this middle portion of set 3. Wolverines were up by as many as 6 early in the set. Kazna was there, maybe distracted by Sadie Hampson trying to dive in to make the play, and it goes back to Chicago State. 20-19, substitution now. Paola Frugale will serve. Tanavasa to Jardine. Now it's Kristen Bell. Good hard swing. Off the green pipe. A diving play by Feliz. And it's still alive for Chicago State. Setter's dump. Cougars ready. Over to Feliz. It's the Wolverine block. Kendra Knock. The 17th Wolverine block. And we're tied at 20. Who's going to go on that 3-0 run to take control in the last moments of set number 3? Tori Dorius is in. It's a big Wolverine team at the net with Knock, Bell, and Dorius. Jace's serve to Frugale. They're going to go to Lopez. Great dig from Jardine. Kristen Bell to give the Wolverines the lead. It's deflected by the Cougars. Back to Lopez, comes diving in. Off the shoulder of Jardine. Dorius over to Bell. Lopez is ready. Feliz. Good dig from Tanavasa. It is an overpass. Cougars with a good opportunity here. Almost another Wolverine block. This is a critical point here. Kristen Bell to give them the lead. It's Kristen Bell. 21-20 Wolverines. A hard-fought point goes to Utah Valley. Great effort on both sides. But it's the home team with possession and the lead, 4 points away from a match victory. Jasa Funk Stratton with her first service ace comes at a great time for the Wolverines. They go up by 2. We were wondering who was going to go on that mini run to take control. All indications are it's the Wolverines who have taken a 2-point lead. It's a 3-0 run now for Utah Valley. Jasa serving. Critical side out, courtesy of Berenice Alameda, keeping the Cougars alive, and she'll go back to serve. Jardine passing to Jasa. Over to Tori Dorius. Kazna over to Jasa. Now they'll try Kristen Bell. Dig from Alameda. Westmoreland trickles over the net. Jardine to Jasa, over to Dorius. And it's Tori Dorius. A quick side out for the Wolverines, and they're 2 points away from their second consecutive victory over Chicago State in Orem, Utah. Brighton Bishop, just the server you want on the service line, leads the Wolverines in service aces on the year with a chance to put them within 1 point of finishing off the match. She does not have a service ace in this match. One now would come at a good time. Jasa dives in. Bishop setting it up for Tanavasa. Hard swing! And it's off the arm of Calderon. And now the Wolverine fans are on their feet here in the Lockhart Arena with Bishop on the service line to win set number 3 and the match. Nearly a service ace. Tanavasa finishes it off. Her 13th kill. A great serve from Bishop. And Tanavasa cleans up the overpass. And the Wolverines take care of business against Chicago State, moving them to 6-2 in conference play. Take a quick look here at some final stats from a 3-0 sweep. As you see, 25-14, 25-18, 25-21. Tanavasa leads all players with 13 kills, hitting .458. Good efficiency from Tanavasa. Yesterday, she led the Wolverines in kills with 11 kills, but hit 32%, so a remarkable improvement. And I mentioned who was going to go in that run. Wolverines went on a 3-0 run to retake the lead late, and then finished off Chicago State with a 3-0 run. That's something the Wolverines, they work on a lot under Coach Atoa, is going on those little spurts, especially at the end of sets, and you saw it executed perfectly at the end of set number 3. Here's a few final stats. Chicago State offensively just could not get things going tonight. A negative hitting percentage, negative 27%. Utah Valley took a dip in set number 3, but still a good percentage throughout this match at .242. 37 Wolverine kills, plus 11 in that category. Side out percentage in favor of the Wolverines, and then blocks 17-4. That's probably the story. Wolverines were outstanding at the net, plus 13 in that category. And the Wolverines did what they needed to do after coming back from a road trip in Texas, taking care of Chicago State here last night and tonight. That'll wrap it up here on the WAC Digital Network. I'm Matt Baiamonte. Thanks to my producer, Ben Schroeder. We wish you a wonderful week. We'll be back with women's soccer in 2 days here on the WAC Digital Network from Orem, Utah. Until then, have a great night, and we'll see you next time.